11 years and 22 freaking movies to come to this. I just did a review on 21 of them in 5 minutes. I'll add the link at the end of this. But now let's talk about Endgame. And what you're seeing here is epic. This is epically epic because this is freaking Endgame. Avengers! But no, seriously, this was a really freaking cool movie. So here's my zero spoiler review of Avengers Endgame. And this is really gonna be super vague. It has to be because there is a lot to spoil in this movie. And I won't do that, dude. I don't like doing that. In fact, once you like and subscribe, please like and subscribe. I say just stay off the internet till you freaking go see the movie, if you don't want it spoiled. Let me start by saying this is unlike any Marvel movie you've ever seen. Marvel always sticks to their formula, and it's safe, and it's fun, and it's effective. Even bad Marvel movies are still fun to watch, and there's not many bad ones. Marvel finally took a chance here and did something different. And don't say Infinity War took chances because it was awesome, but come on, you know shit wasn't gonna go down till this one, that you knew what happened was real. So Endgame is the follow-up to Infinity War, which ended with Thanos wiping out half the population of the universe with a freaking finger snap. This movie really takes its time showing you the fallout of Infinity War. And our heroes for a big amount of time aren't really superheroes, they're people that feel and dealing with the aftermath of some pretty serious shit. This does start as a slow burn, but it shows like grief and consequences, and I mean, I like it, it's special. You don't really see this kind of stuff with Marvel. It also shows further development with characters that we all know and have come to love. I really do like what they did with Thor here. Feels like we have a lot in common. I think I liked Hulk. And Captain Marvel was in this just the right amount. She still has the stick up her ass, but hey, you can't freaking fix everything in the universe. Now when heroes fall, what do? They get back up. Keeping it super vague here again. But once the superhero stuff starts happening, this movie does some really cool stuff that I can't get into because of spoilers. I'm not gonna tell you that you have to see all 21 films, but I will say the more of them you see, the better your viewing experience. Now this is a 3-hour movie, and those 3 hours are used very well. Even though I do think they could have tightened this just a little bit, maybe take 15 minutes off. Each act of this film really is its own movie. And like any comic book movie, there are parts of this that go really heavy CGI, but the CGI looks great. There's a battle in this that is so epically epic. Avengers! The theme song for Avengers is gonna stick in your head. Yeah! Not just when you leave the theater, but for like 3 or 4 days. Now this does have an incredibly satisfying, emotional, and sweet ending. And it truly is the end of an era. I will say that I'm really happy Marvel got the rights to X-Men now, because Phase 4 of Marvel is looking a little not as strong. Now I honestly don't see how anyone could say that this movie wasn't, really good or great. Is this the greatest, most flawless film in the history of all cinema and of all time? My best friend thought it was when he got out. He has no tattoos at all, and I'm pretty sure the next day he was probably gonna show up with a neck tattoo that said like Endgame on it. Now I am about to get into some negative territory about this movie, so let me beat the fanboys to the punch before I say anything at all that's bad. I'm a waste of space. I know nothing about comic books. I'm probably some hidden DC fanatic that bashes everything Marvel. I'm a loser. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, I can go fuck myself. We cool? Cool. This movie does have some flaws, and I can't get into much of them because there's spoilers. Really frustrating doing this. What I will say is that Endgame and some of the decisions made creates a lot of questions that we're never gonna have addressed. I do understand the argument that I should just shut my brain off and just enjoy the ride. But the problem is Marvel has spent the better half of 11 years carefully creating beautifully cohesive storytelling, except for maybe Captain Marvel. And they've conditioned me to pay attention to Marvel details because they always make sense. They're awesome. Maybe I'll do a spoiler review with these questions and gripes that I have, and I would love feedback. It also doesn't have a lot of the good feeling humor that always lands with Marvel. And I understand it is a somber, depressing situation, but that's never stopped Marvel before to squeeze that stuff in there. There are some moments of humor, but I've just seen Marvel do it a lot better. That said, in the end, this movie is a love letter to fans, and a beautifully written love letter at that. It's definitely in my top 5 Marvel films, maybe even number 3, and it is without question the biggest Marvel movie ever made. I mean, there are points that it makes Lord of the Rings look small. As a movie, I want to rate it 4 out of 5 stars. As a culmination of the last 11 years, the event that this is hands down 5 out of 5 stars, dude. I'm just gonna meet you in the middle because this really was some magical shit, man. And all comic fans, I don't care what type of movies you like in comic book cinema, we should all celebrate that. Because when one comic book movie succeeds, it opens the door for all of them. Bravo Marvel, dude, for the last 11 years. Seriously, man. Guys, I hope you like my review. Please like and subscribe to all this stuff that I have, and thanks for watching.